All right, this workout is a solo ground grappling submissions technique workout. It's for experienced practitioners. It's going to focus exclusively on submissions from the ground from all different types of positions. So you do have to already have a prior very good working knowledge of submission techniques. In order to do this, the primary focus is going to be not on teaching techniques, but on recalling and executing them both as individual submission techniques and in combinations. In terms of equipment, what you're going to need is floor space. That's it. And you're preferably going to want mats. If not, a carpeted floor space will do. Just got to be a little bit more careful on the carpet, that's all, so you don't hurt yourself. In terms of its features, it's going to be 12 3-minute rounds with 30-second rest periods. And we're going to cover every aspect of ground submissions. Every different position, we're kind of run through them so you can recall all the different submissions you have, and you have time to focus on specific positions and the associated techniques. So enjoy the workout. All right, warm up Tai Chi complex. Feet wide, back straight, squat down. Fingers across the ground and come up to this position. Exhale as you push out and squat down. Touch the ground, back to this position. Push out to the side and squat. Exhale. Fingers across the ground. And push up to the ceiling and squat. Touch the ground. Lunge to one side. Exhale. Back to the middle. Lunge to the other side. And exhale. Inhale as you come up. Start over. Push out. Out to the sides. To the ceiling. Lunge. Other side. Back to the middle. Straight in front. Out to the sides. To the ceiling. Lunge. Other side. And you're done. Okay, this round is going to combine two shadow fighting drills, the mount armbar spin drill and the guard armbar spin drill. So mount armbar spin drill is here. You're going to come up and rotate from one side to the other. Keep your butt low, right, for a set. Then when we're done with that, we're going to go into the guard armbar spin drill. So from here, get your opponent in your guard armbar. Lock those legs down. And just keep alternating sides for a set. All right, we're going to do that for the whole time period. Okay, this shadow fighting drill is the leg triangle chokes abs complex. All right, so you're gonna start out with a set going straight up on your shoulder blades, hold the position for 1 count and come back down. This motion. Complete an entire set, then we're gonna go up and twist to one side and twist to the other side. Complete an entire set like that. We're gonna go up, twist, and lock in a triangle choke. Alternating sides. You can do that for your entire time period coming up. All right, for this shadow fighting drill, we have guard submission. So envision yourself in the guard, right? You've got somebody in your guard, and you're gonna work all the different submission techniques you know. All right, so you go for an armbar, triangle choke, etc. All right, keep working submissions from the guard for the entire time period. just going to basically rehearse these submissions, you know, from the full mount position, as if you were on the top. All right, so starting from here, for example, just do that for the whole allotted time period. Try to do them on both sides. All right, so starting from here, for example, so you do the cross choke, hands in, cross choke. Do it from the other side. Cross choke. And we have armbar. And just continue with all the submissions you know for the whole time frame. Okay, the shadow fighting drill is side control submissions. So you're going to execute all the side control submission techniques against all different variations of side control on an imaginary opponent for the entire time period. All right? So you can go here, right? So you can do underclasp, overclasp, all right? You could do reverse Keisakatami, all right? You could, etc. You could do a wrestler's pin. All right? There's a variety of different positions you can use, but execute all your chokes, arm locks, leg locks, etc. for all your submission techniques or anything else you know for that entire time period. Just submissions. Okay, the shadow fighting drill is going to be a knee on stomach position submission. So you're going to execute all the submission techniques you know from the knee on stomach position, the dominant side of it, for the entire time period against an imaginary opponent. All right, so, and make sure you're working both sides. So knee on stomach, you can start like this. All right, you can go for example, chokes. All right, you can go for arm locks. All right, you can switch it up and go for leg locks, etc. Make sure you're working both sides, all knee on stomach the whole time. Okay, the shadow fighting drill, we're working all north-south position submission techniques for the entire time period. So you're on the dominant side of the north-south position, you have an imaginary opponent under you, and you're executing submission techniques on them from different variations. So for example, it could be in a judo style north-south position. You can bring your knees in tight, right, and work for a over-under grip, right, on the north-south. So different variations of the position, and chokes, arm bars, shoulder locks, wrist locks, leg locks, etc. Use all your different submission techniques from the north-south the whole time. Okay, the shadow fighting drill is scarf hold and modified scarf hold submissions. So you're gonna work them against an imaginary opponent for the entire time period. Obtain the position, right? Scarf hold, you can end from here, or you got one arm and around the head, or you got underneath the arm and over the arm. All right, and work all the different submission techniques you know from here for the entire time period. All right, you can work chokes, arm locks, leg locks, and any other submission technique, type of submission technique, for the whole time, in all different variations. All scarf hold and modified scarf hold. Coming up. All right, the shadow fighting drill is rear mount and turtle position submissions. So you're going to imagine you are in the dominant side of some variation of the rear mount or turtle position against an imaginary opponent, and you're going to execute all the submission techniques you're familiar with, either as single techniques or in combination for the whole time. All right, so you got jokes, all right, you have arm bars, you have leg locks, right? Any different submission technique from any of those variations of the position, go ahead and use them. Okay, for this shadow fighting drill, we're doing disadvantaged position submissions. So that means you're underneath and someone's controlling you, but you're going directly for submission to counter them. So think about being underneath the mount, being underneath side control, underneath knee on stomach, being, having somebody be in their rear mount. All right, so for example, you could do bump up, the knee escape directly to a ankle lock from the mount. So for this shadow fighting drill, we're doing submission defenses and counters. So envision yourself being caught in a submission or close to being caught in a submission, and what your escape or your counter attack would be. So for example, if you've got somebody that got you in an armbar from the full mount, right? You want to bridge over, come up to a cradle position. All right, that's just an example. There are many more of these. Review our library of techniques. Counter to a full mount cross choke. Counter to a full mount nutcracker choke. Counter to a full mount arm triangle choke. Counter to a full mount lapel push choke. Counter to a full mount guillotine choke. Counter to a full mount armbar with the arm flexed or bent. Counter to a full mount armbar with the arm extended. Counter to full mount key lock. Okay, now that we've completed the workout, I'd strongly recommend that you do some post-workout stretching. So you can do that either on your own with the stretching techniques that you know, or you can use the post-workout stretch complex video that we have in our video library on the channel. So take a look at that. It's about 10 minutes long. I strongly recommend you do that. Hope you enjoyed the workout. If you found this video useful and you want to see more, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. We upload videos at least once a week. Thanks for watching.